Go. Hi, my name is Travell Evans, and this is Sports on the Go. And we have a great show for you today, which will be featuring some of the games from last night and some of the games that will happen on tonight. The first game we're going to dissect is the LA Clippers, Big Blake Griffin versus the Atlanta Hawks, Superhuman Joe Johnson. And for the Clippers, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul played a very good game, whereas Blake Griffin had 36 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, and Chris Paul had 34 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. You tell me why they lost. No, keep that thought. I will tell you, because other role players did not play in that game last night. We have guys like Randy Ford, who played 20 minutes and did not register a single point. Come on, coach. Let's be reasonable. If he plays 10 minutes and does not score, I'm pulling him and putting somebody in there who's going to score the basketball for me. Clippers, however, shot good from the field last night. They shot 50%, and from beyond the arc, they shot 42%. And from the free throw line, they shot 70%, and which is rather good. But you're going to have to make all those free throws, because we saw last night 70% is just not going to get it done. The Hawks, however, have two superhuman, Josh Smith and Joe Johnson. Josh Smith had 18 points last night, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Joe Johnson, playing Superman, had 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. They also shot good from the field. They shot 50%. And they shot 45% from the great beyond, and shot 85% from the field. And Joe Johnson was playing Superman. I said that because in the fourth quarter, shot clock running down, almost half court, Joe Johnson puts it up, banks it in off the backboard, and struts down the court like, man, that's no big deal. I do that every day. My hat's off to the Atlanta Hawks and that win last night. Blake Griffin, CP3, your team is going to have to step it up. And we move on now to a next game. Yesterday, I was on YouTube and I saw this nicely dressed young man who was very handsome talking about how Miami was going to lose that game by 10. Well, guess what, young man? They lost by 12. And they were dissected not by 12 players, not by 15, but by one by the name of Sasha Pavlovich, who had 16 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. He dissected the Miami Heat defense. No matter what they threw at him, he just scored and scored and scored. And we had guys like Pittman, who was a rookie, who had the high point score on the Miami Heat team. He had 12 points, but he had 5 turnovers. And we have veterans who played with him like Mike Miller and Haslam and Battier. And what happened? You're supposed to be playing to get more minutes next year, and you do not show up. That is why they were beaten last night. And like I said yesterday, the bench is horrible. Their bench only shot 38% from the field last night. And that's not going to get it done against a blind NBA team. You shot terrible. 35% from the three-point line. What do you think? If you miss 10 three-pointers, let's come back and jack up 10 more. That's not good shooting. And they shot 57% from the free throw line. Somebody needs to call in and explain that to me, because there is no defense there and you still missed the shot. That's not going to get it done against any team. And you also, along with those great stats, they had 24 turnovers. Miami played terrible last night. It was just like Boston was playing themselves, because they shot 43% from the field. They shot terrible from beyond the arc, which is 33%, and shot 62% from the free throw line. Now we move on to a must-win game for both teams, which were the Phoenix Suns and the Utah Jazz. They're playing for that 8th spot in the West, and I'm going to break down this game. My heart goes out to Steve Nash, and my heart goes out to him because he does not have a basketball team at all. He just has a bunch of guys who are fly-by-night, who cannot score when they need to score. Steve Nash played a good game. He had 14 points, 11 assists, and 4 rebounds. We have guys like Shannon Brown, who had 12 points, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. But Gortat needs to be put in therapy. You need to check what is going on, because every shot he put up last night was returned to sender, rejected. The Utah Jazz big men say, we don't want it. They blocked the shots that he put up, and 5, 6, 7, 8 block shots in the first half, and 6 of them were on Gortat. And I think he is just, I don't know. You need to put him through therapy, because right now he is having nightmares about the big man Al Jefferson and Millsap. And they also had a guy in their favors. Favors played a good game. He had 13 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 blocks returned to sender. Millsap had 26 points, 13 rebounds, and he had 4 assists. And Al Jefferson had 18 points and 16 rebounds. The Suns shot 40% from the field, which is still good shooting for a team of that caliber. And they shot 21% from beyond the arc. My goodness, you would think they were shooting with blindfolds on, because they only were building a house at the rim. They shot so much bricks, I don't know. I'm surprised the backboard did not break. And they shot 65% from the line. That's not going to get it done. They had 15 turnovers along with those excellent stats. Nah, they were terrible last night. The Utah Jazz shot 42% from the field, 30% from beyond the arc, which is still terrible, and they shot 75% from the line, and they had 13 turnovers, but that got it done against the Suns. And we move on now to our last featured game from last night. That was the OKC Thunder and DeMarcus Cousins, Sacramento Kings. DeMarcus Cousins came out playing with a vengeance, because the last time these two teams played, Kevin Durant had a statement to make. And guess what? He made another statement last night, and they won. Kevin Durant had 32 points and 9 rebounds. You want to know why that is? Because Russell Westbrook only had 13 points, and Kevin Durant forced him to pass the ball. He had 6 assists and 8 rebounds. When Kevin Durant scores big and Russell Westbrook plays a point guard position, they can beat any team. You heard me, any team. When Russell Westbrook just decide to, hey, wonder if I pass the ball, what would happen? And you saw what happened. The Thunder won the game. DeMarcus Cousins came out playing with a vengeance. He had 32 points, 2 steals, 3 turnovers though. He had 2 assists and 7 rebounds. And that's not going to get it done. You need other players to score the basketball, DeMarcus Cousins. Or you need to leave that team, because nobody knows who the Sacramento Kings are. And you guys just give people another reason not to know who you are. You dropped that one to OKC last night, which is terrible because you were in the league. The Sacramento Kings shot 52% from the field. They shot 25% from the great beyond, which is terrible. Were you looking when you were shooting the basketball, or you saw 2 rims there? Because I only saw 1, and that's the one you keep missing at. And they shot 74% from the free throw line, which is great. But 74% is not hitting all your free throws. And to add to that, they had 12 turnovers, and that's not going to get it done against one of the greats in the West. Kevin Durant and his team shot 46% from the field, 45% from the great beyond, and 91% from the free throw line. That was excellent basketball play, and they had 14 turnovers. And now I'm going to move on to the games that will be featured tonight. We have the Washington Wizards playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I don't think anybody's watching that game, not even John Wall or any other player. We have Charlotte versus Orlando. I don't know about that game either, because we have 2 low-class teams. Orlando was good, but because Dwight Howard isn't there anymore, we know. We have Philadelphia playing Milwaukee, another game that may vary, and I don't know who's going to win that one, but I feel it's Philadelphia. We have Chicago and Indiana. That's a good dogfight game, and I think Indiana is going to beat Chicago. Denver at OKC. Denver, I'm sorry, you should stay home. You're going to lose. And we have LA Clippers versus the New York Knicks. Another dogfight game. And that's going to be great. You can look us up on Facebook, which is Sports on the Go. Sports on the Go, that's the page. And my producer's email address is there if you have any concerns or comments. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow as we have another segment.